Welcome, you're watching Afternoon Digest with me, Dusha Agarwal. Join us as we break down the day's top stories and bring you the latest developments from around the globe. In our first, allegations of Chinese interference in foreign elections, including those of Canada in 2019 and 2021, have emerged, with the Canadian Security Intelligence Services reportedly informing the Prime Minister's office about the interference in February 2023. Now, according to CBC News, a top-secret briefing note reveals that the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, or CSIS, informed the Prime Minister's office about clandestine and deceptive interference by the People's Republic of China, PRC, in both the 2019 and 2021 general elections. The interference aimed to support individuals perceived as either pro-PRC or neutral on Chinese government-related issues. The document alleges the involvement of 11 candidates and 13 staff members, as well as multiple political parties, in foreign interference by the Chinese government. It further states that online and media activities targeted at discouraging Canadians, particularly those of Chinese heritage, from supporting the Conservative Party were observed. The Arizona Supreme Court's ruling to uphold a 160-year-old law banning most abortions, except when necessary to save the pregnant person's life, has triggered significant political and legal upheaval in the United States. The 1864 law, upheld by the recent ruling of the Arizona Supreme Court, poses a significant threat to abortion access in the southwestern United States. Now, Arizona may emerge as a key battleground in the upcoming 2024 US presidential elections due to the contentious nature of this issue. The controversial law in question predates Arizona's statehood and remained dormant for decades following the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision, which legalized abortion nationwide. Its recent enforcement has reignited debate over reproductive rights in the state. The law, enacted in 1901, imposes a prison sentence of 2 to 5 years for abortion providers. With its recent enforcement, Arizona joins states like Texas, Alabama, and Mississippi in having some of the strictest abortion laws in the United States. PM Benjamin Netanyahu announced that he has scheduled a date for the IDF to initiate its long-awaited offensive in the southern Gaza city of Rafah. PM Benjamin Netanyahu has made multiple announcements authorizing IDF operational plans for Rafah in the past 2 months. Moreover, the Israeli Defense Ministry is purchasing 40,000 tents ahead of an evacuation of the southern Gaza city of Rafah, which Israel has said it plans to assault to destroy remaining battalions of the Hamas group. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has announced plans for an IDF offensive in the southern Gaza city of Rafah, despite previous announcements and no immediate action anticipated. Rafah is also thought to be where Hamas leaders are hidden, possibly along with Israeli hostages. The proposed major offensive in Rafah has faced strong international opposition, including from the US. Tensions between US and Israeli officials have risen, with Washington expressing skepticism over Israeli plans for a ground operation in the southern Gaza city during a recent video conference.
खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार, फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार।
शिक्षा देश का गौरव है और आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी शिक्षा का उद्यम है। आरकेडीएफ में सवारे अपना भविष्य। पीएचडी, एमफिल करें अपने पसंदीदा विषय में। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज। आरकेडीएफ यूनिवर्सिटी।
A day after the Delhi High Court dismissed his petition challenging his arrest in the liquor policy scam case, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will approach the Supreme Court today. The Aam Aadmi Party Leaders' Council will raise the matter before Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud and seek an urgent hearing. The High Court yesterday dismissed Mr. Kejriwal's challenge to his March 21 arrest by the Enforcement Directorate. The court held that the central agency was left with little option after the AAP leader skipped multiple summons in the money laundering case. It also pointed to ED's allegation that Mr. Kejriwal was actively involved in the use and concealment of alleged proceeds of crime. The court stressed that there is no separate protocol for a probe agency to follow for questioning a common man and a chief minister. Earlier, Kejriwal had approached the Supreme Court a day after he was arrested, but later withdrew his petition to raise the matter in the trial court. The Union Ministry of Home Affairs or MHA has ordered the withdrawal of around 5,000 Central Armed Police Forces personnel from Manipur ahead of the Lok Sabha elections scheduled on April 19 and April 26 in the violence-hit state. A senior government official stated that the Ministry of Home Affairs has ordered the withdrawal of 50 companies of Central Armed Forces police forces from Manipur. Each company comprises around 100 personnel and is primarily drawn from the Central Reserve Police Force and the Border Security Force, also called BSF. Ethnic violence erupted in the state on May 3, 2023, leading to numerous casualties, arson, looting of police armories, and the displacement of thousands of people. The conflict primarily involves tensions between the majority Meitei community and the tribal Kuki-Zu people, resulting in at least 200 fatalities due to it. MHA has been striving to optimize the deployment of Central Armed Police Forces or CAPFs nationwide in preparation for the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. The elections are scheduled to commence on April 19 and will be conducted in 7 phases, concluding on June 1. That's all for the afternoon updates. We look forward to bringing you more insightful updates tomorrow. Until then, download the app and keep watching Ritam.